The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
And it's Thursday, and we are back for one more table topics with John.
Yep.
How you doing, John?
Good. How about yourself, sir?
Ringing in there. Just, I'm gonna get there. You know, it's 3 more weeks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter how, but I will get there.
We're gonna get there. Exactly. Well,
so what's new?
Personally, nothing. Nothing's new. You know, just like you wanting to be all over with. You know,
I just want this now.
Yeah, I just want to know what poison we got to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, pick your poison, I say.
Before we go into your favorite topic, that's Donald Trump.
No, I'm not. That's my favorite topic. But I would like to talk about the confirmation of Amy Barrett.
Yeah, we will go there. Before I forget, because I just did a Portuguese show.
Yep.
I'm going to bring somebody next week into the Portuguese show, and I'm going to see if he's available, Mike Panacci, if he's going to be available to come to our show too, because our community, our Portuguese community, are kind of confused, especially with question 1, and we want to get that answer and for Portuguese community and our English community. So, but I think we are live from somewhere, and we have a guest with us today. We were expecting, I already had told John that she was going to sign in at any time. And on the other side and live with us is Sarah Poster Lavoisier. How you girls doing over there?
We're great, thanks.
Oh.
Good. So I know you guys not on the rally, but you guys are having a lot of fun there, and you are in the farmers market. Tell us about Sarah.
We're at the Health First Farmers Market. It's here on Wednesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. So we're slowing down because it's the end of the market day. But Laura here from Lane Garden Farms, and her assistant Dave is in the background ringing up a customer, waving. They do great business. They grow lovely vegetables and fruit, and these things can be purchased with cash or credit cards, debit cards. You can use your senior coupons, your WIC coupons, or your SNAP card, and you can use the HIP program with your SNAP card, which is wonderful.
Sarah, I believe this is your second event. Can you tell us how you did and where you did your first event, and where you doing this event, and any others on the future?
Okay. Well, the farmers market itself runs every Wednesday here, and we have 2 other farmers markets. Lane Gardens is at Cardinal Madeiras every Friday from 2 to 5, and then they're at Doolin. We have another farmer at Doolin Market on Tuesdays from 2 to 5. So those have been going on all summer. But the events that I was telling you about was we had Representative Carol Fiola came, and she spoke with us and she talked to the customers. We had another one of your colleagues from Fall River Community Media, and they were here to film us and ask questions about the farmers markets and the HIP program. So we did that Tuesday. That was our first legislator day. And today was our second legislator day. So that's the event. And then we're going to have one Friday at Cardinal Madeiras Market. and Carol Fiola will be there as well that day. So that's the event that we were talking about.
John, do you have any questions for
Sure.
Sarah?
So, Sarah, are you at Health First every Wednesday?
Yes, well, I myself, I'm work for the city of Harbor and Mass Motion. I'm an assistant, so I help support the farm. But Laura, for sure, is here every Wednesday because she's the farmer. She grows and sells the vegetables. And Olivia here from CMAP, Southeastern Massachusetts Agricultural Partnership. They're a great partner that are helping promote and support the farmers markets. And she is here periodically as well. There's another partner. We partner with WIC, which is Women, Infants, and Children. That's a nutrition program that's, and they help support the farmers market as well. And Chelsea, who does great work, she's here almost every Wednesday. So you'd see Laura and you'd see Chelsea for sure if you came on a Wednesday.
Okay, no, that's good to know. We'll try to get the word out that you guys are down there on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
2 to 4, right?
We'll be open through November 25th. Will be the last day at Health First.
Okay.
Because as you know, the farmers season can't go on 100% year round and support a farmers market in this way. So, but Laura and Lane Gardens has a home delivery program. So if you'd like more information about that, you can get in touch with me at City Hall. I can pass on that information. Just call and get my number at Mass in Motion or contact Carlos and he could get in touch with me. I could get you information about Lane Gardens home delivery program.
Okay, great. That's great to know.
Sarah.
Yes.
Sarah, did you mention some coupons and how people can get those coupons?
Well, it's a great program. It was a little more difficult this year because of COVID. They have all been distributed. Unfortunately, there's no way to get more coupons at this point, but anyone who already has them can use them until October 31st. So seniors who've already gotten their coupons this year can use them only at farmers markets. So that's why they're so good. You can't use them at the grocery store. So might as well come to one of these great farmers markets we have in the city. Yeah, it's a great program. You can get $25 of fruits and vegetables at the farmers market with the coupon. So next year, keep your eyes open through the Council on Aging, and we will get the information out on social media and programs such as yours to tell people to go pick up their coupons and then use them.
Excellent.
Very good. Sarah, I wish you guys a lot of luck because the needs definitely it's out there, and fresh vegetables you cannot go wrong with them. I would like to bring you back at some point because you are filling in big shoes because our lovely Julie, she was great. Julie Kelly, she was great what she did for years, and she loved the city, and we love to work together with her and different programs. And so I want to bring you back so you can fill us in how you doing with replacing Julie.
Can never replace Julie. I'm just doing my best to fill her shoes. That's true. Yes, I'd be glad to be back. I wonder if you might like the vegetables if I put the camera and you could see the produce that they grow.
Oh, go ahead.
That'd be great.
Go right ahead.
Sure. So
yes,
let's see.
Go ahead.
Let's see. I want to make sure it's showing up. So, so let's see. This is a challenge. Some lovely cabbage, and she's sold out of almost everything because it's such good healthy stuff. Today, she'll bring back more next time. Scallions, garlic, Macauan apples, some Paula red apples. Look at these beets. These beets are great. Green beans, red onions, some bright orange carrots, potatoes, onions, sweet potatoes, with still corn to be bought. And then on this side, She's got herbs, edible herbs, some lavender. There's even a tomato plant. Some rosemary, pumpkins, Hubbard squash, more squash. Hang up on this person. Spaghetti squash. Look at that. She's got beautiful stuff here.
Wow, it's a lot of stuff you got there. And till what time you guys open again?
Next Wednesday from 2 to 4 here. And then on Friday, Laura and Dave are also at Cardinal Madeira. Same farm, same good produce, so people can come out there.
Oh, that means you already have the close sign up because it's past 4.
Yes, but we're staying open just for you, just to show you all the great produce.
Thank you.
I have to say,
thank you, Sarah.
Sarah, I'm very, very impressed. It reminds me when I worked up in Boston at Government Center. They had a lot of farm stands there, like once a week, and it really resembles that. So good job to you guys. Looks great.
Thank you. I hope that the residents will come out with good, healthy food.
Excellent.
All right.
Very good. Thank you, Sarah. Take care.
Thanks.
Stay safe. And wow, it was great.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was really, really nice. And I mean, it's so much going on, and our city. It's it's not other like our city. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We live in paradise.
Well, I mean, isn't there a sister city that's almost as nice? Probably nicer.
Yeah.
Hey,
I thought you were gonna say we'll be better after the 3rd, November 3rd. You hold back.
Hey, I can say Ponta Delgada is nice. I'm not a cheerleader for Fall River. I live here, but I mean, I can say there's a nicer place sometimes too, right?
Did you visit the Grassa Mercado in Ponta Delgada? The open. They have the farmers market, but on the open.
Yeah, no, I didn't get a chance to see that. I saw you did.
You didn't see that?
Yeah, I'll have.
Yeah.
Next time I go,
That's great.
Yeah, there's a few things I'd like.
Next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
I hope so. God willing.
Next year.
God willing, my friend.
So, John, we were talking about I'm going to just go over very fast because I'm going to ask our producer, Steve, just to let me know how we're doing on time so I can get back in track again. But on the meantime, I lost track.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We got like 15 minutes, Carlos, left in this.
Oh, okay.
15 minutes.
Okay.
We got
so the Portuguese community are very confused on question 1 because it's a lot of ads out there and both sides.
Well,
I don't see.
Carlos, let me ask you, what is question 1?
Come on, you're going to vote in 2 weeks. You still don't know the question.
Question 1 is. I don't know. You got to tell.
It's question 1 is about your data on your vehicle. Your vehicle. Okay. So it's the big dealers out there are trying to tell you that don't fall for it because people can steal your data. And on the other side, you have people saying, what data? I mean, the car is not going to carry my data. The car is not going to know how many times I got arrested. The car is going to tell them is the car's not going to tell them my social security. The car's going to tell them how many times they broke down, how many accidents they had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but that's crazy. But that's crazy how the ads out there to confuse people.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, if this goes one way, that means if you get your car, if you need to check something on your car, you need to go to the big dealer. So that means that the small shops is gonna run out of business because they're not gonna have customers.
Yeah.
So be very careful on the question. And I'm gonna invite Mike to come here, not to talk to us and about one side. I want him to explain to us what the question it's about, and let the public decide which goal they want to go. But I want to have an open conversation about the pros and cons. And so this way, let the people decide it. That's one of the questions, because people already know who they're going to vote for president or for Senate or whatever, you know. But it's the questions, and especially this question that have 5 pages, small print, 5 pages, that are getting people very confused, and the ads on TV and on radio are not helping.
Yeah.
So, so I'm hoping I will have Mike next week on our show, just before the elections, to talk to us about this. And I have Helena Marks from the Immigrant Center on November 4th to be with us.
Right, cool.
So, with that out of the way, let's talk about I guess the nomination. That's who you were.
Yeah. The nomination is still going on right now. I mean, I guess this is the process, but half the Democrats that are talking are saying they're not going to vote, but they talk for a half hour. They're still taking their time. My thing is, if you're not going to vote, or you're going to vote no, why all this talk in the interim, you know? But what I have...
Reminds you of city council?
I'm sorry?
Reminds you of Fall River City Council?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
They talk about that for half an hour, and then they vote against.
Yeah, and they repeat the same questions again. They repeat exactly what the other person said. This is what they're doing. But I have to say, by listening to this, and I've listened to some of the other, confirmations, this lady, whether they like her being like a conservative, a Catholic, she has 7 children. This lady, if you listen to her, they really can't get her because she's brilliant. This lady has no notes. And you see some of these senators that are reading from notes that their aides or their staff put together for them. This lady's just reading, just coming up with these answers out of her head because she knows the law so well. So there were a few people today that couldn't hold a candle to her, that were questioning her, and they were trying to make it look, like they were getting her to stumble, but they weren't, because this lady, like I said, is a brilliant mind. Whether you like, whenever someone's in power, all right, so if the Democrats are in power, they nominate Democrats that are liberal. When the conservatives are in power, they nominate conservatives. So the Democrats are a little upset now because there's a Republican or a conservative in, and, they're upset that they're going to replace this lady with a conservative. If the tables were turned, the Democrats would be doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Well, this lady knows her stuff. You know what I mean? I don't care what side of the aisle, you know what I mean, whether she's conservative, liberal, whatever. She knows her stuff. And the Supreme Court, and I want to just touch on this real quick, Carlos, because I know you had mentioned this one time to me that, like, if we get her in, that could change things for 30 years. Well, we've had a lot of liberal judges in there that have done that. So when you go to court, right, you go to court, you want a judge that knows the law. You don't want a judge that's going to go in there and basically say, what's been going on right now? So you're a landlord and, they didn't give you this, that, the other thing. Well, the judge is, well, I'm sorry, but you know what? He didn't have the money because his kid's sick, this, that, and the other thing. That's not the law. You know what I mean? You're putting your own opinion on things. And that's what's been going on with the Supreme Court. With this whole Affordable Care Act, if these politicians would get their acts together and come together on this stuff, the Affordable Care Act was pretty much voted entirely by Democrats. Not one Republican came in. So that just opens things. When one party doesn't agree with something, you push it through. It just moves toward a litigation. And you're putting these Supreme Court people in there to litigate things that really are not supposed to be there.
Well, I think the problem we're having right now I mean, we never had the Supreme Court divided 6-3. That's number one. That have been, I don't know. I mean, I didn't
but it's
search or
always,
anything.
it hasn't it always been in the liberal folks?
Five,
Always been in
5-4, 4-5, but never 6-3.
Okay.
That means that the other side will never get anything passed.
Well, that's maybe not true, because Judge Roberts is a conservative, and he just sided with the Democrats, as they would say.
Well, but again, he was not following the law. That comes back to, the law, because and I think we talked about this. Doesn't matter if you are white, yellow, black, pink. Number 10 is number 10.
Yeah.
That's the number. That's the number. That's what everybody understands, everybody, because we all read the same thing.
Okay.
So if you translate that, number 10, and that's the law,
Yes.
doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, a number 10, it's a number 10. That's the law. So they eventually going to all vote the same. So when they change and they modify that number 10 to 11, then you're not following the law.
Agreed, but like if you got to look at some of these things, Carlos. That some of these things that have gone there are not within the law. You know what I mean? Not within the law. So there are certain things like the whole Affordable Care Act. If you didn't get insurance, basically you were fined. You had to pay a fine every year. That's a tax. A tax is a fine, right? If you're fined something, you're making someone do something they don't want to do. So
and I think, John, this nomination is getting so much attention is because they know that care, the health care, is at the door. So the problem is, if the health care is going to be out the door, how is that people? Where's the plan for that people to get insurance?
You ever look at the health care, the Affordable Care under Massachusetts? You ever look at how much you have to pay for health care and it covers nothing? I have a relative that retired that lost her job before she retired a year prior, and basically had no insurance because she was not eligible for Medicare. She went through the networks, these Affordable Care networks, and they wanted $800 and $900 a month. She couldn't afford that. So where's the affordable care? You know what I mean? There are some people that it's going to work for. Other people it doesn't work for. So, you're finding people, and then some people are getting it good in some areas, and some people aren't getting it good in some areas. So, that's where they look at it. I think that was.
So where's the plan? Where's the plan that everybody will have health insurance?
I have no idea, and I'm going to give you that. I don't know where the plan is. They're working on the plan.
But that's the thing. You cannot take things from people without a plan, because guess what? These people, if they get sick, they're going to go to the hospital. Yeah. And who's going to pay the bill?
Yeah, I agree with you. I just didn't. The whole plan, a lot of money that they took for this Affordable Care got taken out of Medicare. A lot of money got taken out of Medicare. I'm not crazy about that. So I'm going to give you that. They need to come up with some kind of plan before they take something away.
Yes, but we're not talking about that. What we've seen is Trump saying it's done. No more Obamacare. It's done. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to take it out. And that's why the people are mad. It's not much because of the appointment of her. It's the fact that that's gone. With her there, people are going to lose the health care.
You don't know that, Carlos, necessarily. You don't know that. This lady is a person.
You want me to
it's going to look, Carlos, they're going to look at the law, what the law is. They're going to look at the law, what the law is, and they're going to move forward with that. You know
but again, even if the law says that shouldn't be there, they need to get something to replace it.
I agree with you. I'm going to give you that.
I have no problem. I have no problem if they say, the law says that nobody should have this insurance. Okay, that's fine. Take it away But guess what? But fund something, to replace it. Give a light at the end of the tunnel that these people, if they get cancer, okay, they're gonna get treatment.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm not taking that away from you, but they're making that as this. She's going to make that decision on that. They're
And
talking.
I'm pretty sure she is, John. I'm pretty sure she is.
They're talking about making abortion. That's going to come up again as well. You know what I mean? And what happens is these states have these issues. The whole abortion thing. Some states are allowed to have an abortion when the kid's 5 months old. Some till the birth. Like I think New York is one almost to the birth. So I mean, it's a state's issue. But if someone brings the state to court, that's when it gets up to the Supreme Court. Once it's gone through all their judiciaries, But I'm gonna agree with you. They need to come up with some kind of elder health plan or some kind of program. They need to come up with it. I agree. Yeah,
I think that's where the people are afraid for this lady to get there. They're not saying that she's not competent. They're not saying that that she's a bad person. They're not saying what they're saying is you're gonna get there and we're gonna lose health care.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case. I have no idea. This lady seems like she's gonna go with what the law is. I know originally, and that was taken out, you were fined if you didn't have health insurance. And that's not right. And a lot of these young kids were just paying the fine because they couldn't afford health insurance under the Affordable Care Act. So, there are some folks that, if you have all these conditions where they were talking about people that had $1 million in bills each year. Well, obviously it's worth it for you to pay $1,000 a month if that's what you're
on the health, John, I remember when I did my income taxes in March or whatever, February or March, I don't remember anymore. One of the questions still, if I have health insurance.
Yeah, because
what do I have for health insurance?
Yeah.
So the question's still there. So that means if I don't have health insurance, I probably is going to have to pay that penalty.
Yeah. Well, I think Massachusetts, they still abide by that. And again, it's every state is different how they do things. I know there were issues with this affordable care where there are certain states where you had one option. That was the only option you had. This plan, that's all you have. You don't like it, then too bad. And it was a really high cost. So, I mean, we're not going to solve this today. I hear you. You know what I mean? We're not going to solve it today. But I just think this lady, by listening to her, is a brilliant person. But, I want to bring up something too. This is changing the subject. A person that you know very well had a sign in front of a property that he owns on Plymouth Avenue. And someone threw a rock through his front door. I don't know if you had seen that.
I saw that somewhere on Facebook, I believe, today.
Yeah. Somebody had told me about it. But yeah, I mean, isn't that interesting? Remember? Hey, I need you to stand out in front of that property on that main road with a Trump hat with Trump 2020 and see how long it takes.
No, you need to tell me who it is so I can go there and take the sign down. If he's my friend, hey John, if he's my friend, I don't want him to get hurt, so I will take the sign down.
But isn't that sad though? That's sad.
Should I put the buying sign on my house?
I don't think anything will happen to you. You can do it. But you know what's funny?
I have a neighbor two houses down. It's just to get my neighbor upset because he has a Trump sign.
Well, you know what? I have to say this.
Every time that I drove by his house, I look at his sign. I'm going to make him drive by my house and look at the sign.
But you know what's sad though? I had seen that before the ad and the thing. I had seen it driving by there, and I said, I don't know if that's a good idea on this main road right here. I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, he has the sign right on the sidewalk, far from the house, far from the windows. So I think he's safe.
Yeah, no, but I just didn't think when I drove by it, I just didn't think it was a good idea with the climate that we're in around here. I just didn't think it was a good idea, which is bad, but hey.
I know that Dave Dennis just posted that he got a box of Biden signs if somebody needs it. I was tempted to text him. I need one.
Oh, you don't have one? No,
I don't have one.
Yeah. Dave's probably got all of them in Fall River. I mean, I've never seen any signs for Biden, I have to say.
Oh, I'm having so much fun that we run out of time.
All
John,
right.
I'll see you next week.
All right. See you next week.